mindset fluency program, something I created for you so that you can get a clear insight about how to build that speaking fluency, how to become fluent. And now when you are going to do your practice, you will do the practice in the right direction with the right task. Hi everyone, my name is Shalima and welcome back to my another session of learning English and improving your English speaking skills with me. So today I have something important for you guys, something that is absolutely new and that is going to be extremely important to build the fluency. Just learning English is not important. You can learn a language but you need to build fluency to speak. So that is we are going to take up the task to build fluency. So this is something that I have come up with extremely important for all of you. Alright, so if you are interested, please let me know in the comment section from which city you are watching my video. So before beginning, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the lessons that I have posted. So please like the video and share it with your friends too. So now coming back to today's lesson, what is that I am going to tell you today? What is it? That is extremely important to build fluency. Well, you know about Olympics, Paris 2024? They have just ended in the August, right? So many countries participated in this Olympic Games. It was a hot topic. Everyone was talking about them and still people are talking about it. Have you ever heard about the Olympic mindset, guys? Olympic mindset is a theory that is applied to players when they prepare for their Olympics. You know, it's extremely rigorous practice they go through because winning an Olympic medal is not something to be taken lightly. It requires a lot of hard work, a lot of practice, patience and skills. Alright, that is applied to players when they prepare for their Olympics. You know, it's extremely rigorous practice that they go through because winning an Olympic medal is not something to be taken lightly. It requires a lot of hard work, a lot of patience and skills, and without that, this Olympic mindset is what I'm going to apply to build English fluency, so that I have created for all of you the Olympic mindset fluency program. First time ever applying this Olympic mindset to develop English speaking fluency, and I have done this for you. So develop this Olympic mindset fluency program. What is this Olympic mindset fluency program, guys? Well, it's 4 steps process and I'm going to break down each and every step for you in details so that you can, become absolutely fluent. As I have said, learning a language is not important. Acquiring it and become fluent in is important. So building fluency is important, and this Olympic mindset, English Olympic mindset, right? So we are going to apply today itself. Let's begin with all the 4 stages which are extremely targeted for you to build your fluency. Now let's talk about the step number 1. That is, Olympic mindset program is to be goal oriented. When you are learning any language, there are certain tasks that we take up and these tasks must be goal oriented, and whatever you are doing to acquire the language must be goal oriented. Even in Olympics, there is a practical goal that the players need to achieve. When they are doing their practice, they set small goals, small achievable tasks. Their end goal is to win that gold medal, but before that, during their practice, they break up their practice session into small achievable goals, and that is what we supposed to do in English. See, because fluent is your at most targeted aim that you have to end goal, but before achieving that goal, you are supposed to take up tasks which are goal oriented. For example, you cannot become fluent in just 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, as long as time to become fluent in English. You can do that, but in order to achieve that, you must have very clear goals in mind, very clear task in mind, and what you are going to take up to build fluency. Because building fluency is not something that you can do in one day. It requires time, efforts, but in the right direction. That is very important, and these goal oriented tasks ensure that you build that fluency, you get that targeted particular fluency plan for yourself. For example, you are taking a particular goal of learning 30 new words or in 2 weeks. That's a targeted goal. If you are giving yourself some kind of goal, that's okay. I have learned 30 40 in 2 weeks. If you are thinking that I'm going to improve my vocabulary in 2 weeks without any end goal, without any particular miserable goal, you will not be able to do it. Because for you to learning just 10 words will be okay. I have done something, I have improved my vocabulary, but just learning 10 words in 2 weeks, can you see the difference? You can do much better than that. But when you don't have these particular goal oriented tasks, you end up not utilizing your time in your proper manner, and hence you don't even realize the potential that you have and what you can do to build the fluency. It's inside you. You have to use your potential in the right way, and that's why I say you have to set the oriented goal task. Reading 2 pages every day for these many days, learning 30 words in next 2 weeks inside they are the examples of goal oriented. And you are going to find you are going to enrich your vocabulary with those new words. Have you thought about that small goals, and you are dedicating a miserable amount of time, not too much time, not less time, but the perfect amount of time that is required for you, and you can easily take out from your schedule. That is the benefit of goal oriented task. So this is the step number 1, and set some small goal oriented tasks to build the perfect fluency that you are aiming to achieve. Now let's talk about the step number 2 of English Olympic mindset is time bound. Your learning method, your task must be time bound. There must be a deadline that you need to give yourself. Okay, this is the time, and by this time I'm supposed to learn these many words, supposed to read these many pages, probably the number of books and articles, listen to these many podcasts, watch particular web series, shows, clear these many grammar concepts. And so you have to give yourself a particular deadline. You need to do a time bound practice. Now time bound is particular method. You need to be applied in 2 ways. Number 1 is the deadline, and you are setting. Number 2 is the time you are dedicating each and every task to improve your English, to practice English. It can be included the task you are setting for yourself, and already set task that you are taking probably from my videos, my lessons. You have taken up task for yourself, and that I always tell you in my so many videos. Time bounded, for example, you have set 30 minutes for your practice. You need to set those 30 minutes aside each day and every day at the same time. For example, you are setting the time like 6:30 to 7. That should be your time every day. There are going to be exceptions. Here, there are obviously, if you have something more important at work, something more important related to college, maybe an assignment, there is a deadline. Now that you can adjust, but that should be in that exceptional case. Do not think that if you are allowed to adjust, it's okay. To adjust each and every time over a small, mundane task, over small mundane issues. These are the excuses, and we have to, avoid them. To be mindful to fact that you are supposed to adjust your timings only under the exceptional cases. Whenever you are supposed to do something else, it can be a project at your workplace, it can be assignment related to your college, or maybe something else that requires your immediate attention. Otherwise you must do your English speaking practice or your learning English routine, your study plan, the challenges you are taking up at the same time every day, each day repeatedly. This created a particular habit that you are habitual of learning English and doing anything related to English at that particular time. Now this is your English study time, and nobody can take that away from you guys. And this is your time, and that is you are supposed to improve your English. You are supposed to do that particular task, that you are supposed to do that particular amount of time. Now with this, you need to also give yourself a deadline. Otherwise, things get dragged, and people, they are practice for months and months and months, and they are not able to find fluency because they are not giving themselves a particular deadline. And for example, a deadline of 3 months, and then evaluate yourself, this deadline of 3 months is not for the final goal of fluency, but this deadline of 4 months or 5 months should be one level and hit in your fluency. Now let's share few steps behind that particular deadline is acceptable, but getting way behind it deadline is not acceptable at all. So this deadline is, there is so that you can meet your goals. So you have to make efforts, give yourself a deadline. Until the deadline, take all the tasks that you are supposed to take. That is something, it's in your control. The results is going to produce will vary from person to person in a small amount of percentage, right? For example, one person might see 90% of effectiveness, another person might see 80% of effectiveness, depending on the circumstances and surroundings, the study material, everything that the person is using. That's totally fair and acceptable. It's okay, because we people are different, everybody is unique, everybody has their own path, everybody has their own capabilities, to journey to a fluency. If you are saying 70 or 80% of upgradation, excellent, you are doing work in the right direction. Now let's talk about the step number 3 challenges. Step number 3 is challenges. Now winning an Olympic mindset is a challenge in itself, even participating in a such prestigious competition, right? And I think all of you are going to agree, right? Yes, that's true, it is a challenge task. So do not be scared of challenges that you are facing. Whatever challenges that you are facing, you need to face them with a very strong attitude, and once in a while you need to challenge yourself, because otherwise you will become too much comfortable in your practice and that learning scope, that because you have used all the scope within that boundaries. So you have this particular boundary of comfort zone, you need all the scope of learning, you have become extremely comfortable. You need to challenge yourself, challenge your English, take something that is going to be a bit difficult for you, to take something that is going to be a little bit different then, and whatever you are doing now to challenge your English, you know how to do that. One thing that you can do, the goal oriented, time bound challenging, everything all together is by taking up my English challenges. You have a lot of challenges that I have created for the 6 weeks challenge, 30 days challenge, 90 days challenge, or 100 days challenge, or 7 days challenge, challenges and many more. You can go take up, and where you get goal oriented task into bound task and challenging task, that will help you to develop that fluency. So take up those challenges is an easy way to achieve this Olympic mindset. English fluency program that I have created all of you, and when you setting some task for yourself, you have to keep it in your mind that all the 4 steps should be taken care of these, and criterias must be met with all the tasks that you are setting for yourself. So challenges are very important. These challenges ensure that you push your limits and you do better every time, because you have to beat your own self. The competition is within you or yourself. Okay, where you are at day 30, that's the kind of mindset that you must have. So how much you have achieved in is an individual task, in what you need to focus, and that is something will help you to achieve that Olympic mindset and English fluency program. And now let's move on to the last step of this particular program. And the last step, I can say the 4th step of this, is the last step of your Olympic mindset fluency program, that is skill based. Skill are very important to achieve anything. Skill based, that means all the 4 language skills you are listening, speaking, reading, writing, to yes, include writing as a part of your fluency program. and it's extremely important, guys. All the four skills are extremely equally important to build a fluency, and it's a crucial part of language because a language is made up of these four skills. And remember, guys, language is a skill. It's a skill speaking skill. So language has a lot of structural components, that's true, and we have vocabulary, we have a grammar, a lots of more concept, but when you have to use it, it's a skill. Reading, writing, speaking, listening are the four skills that you must focus on. If you are not including them, the fluency will not come to you, and it will not to see the fluency oriented result that you are looking. So whenever you are taking up the task, remember to include these tasks also related to four skills. Your listening is important, your reading is important, your writing is important. All these four are equally important. Speaking practice is important because how you are going to develop that fluency without speaking, that's a given fact. So speaking practice and then writing practice is equally important. So your practice must be skill based, and this skill based practice is going to help you to build that fluency. English speaking fluency, so include all that four skills while practicing English. So this was the English Olympic mindset and fluency program, I can say, something that I created for all of you, so that you can get a clear insight about how to build that speaking fluency, how to become fluent. And now when you are going to do your practice, you will do that practice in the right direction with the right task and extremely fluent goal in your hand. So that's it for today's video, for today's lesson, guys. And I think you like the video, and if you like the video, please give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel. If you are new on my channel, so welcome to my channel and please subscribe it and share it with your friends too. And at the last, I can say thanks for listening me till the very end of this video. So thanks for watching. Bye bye, take care.